Morning.
A very good morning to you, too.
Hi, Dad. How are you?
Oh, you know, getting there. You all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
See, Max managed to get all the snow spray off the windows, eh?
Eventually. I'd have made them do it.
Here's your mum, then.
Yeah, I'll get it. Oh, Dad, are you sure you're all right?
Yeah. Just got the last of our little Jimmy's belongings back off the police. Brought it all back.
Do you want to...
No, it's all right, love. I won't come in.
All right. You going to see Jackie?
Yeah, just wanted a quick word.
Yeah, well, I'd rather you didn't, to be honest. She's having to lie down upstairs. I don't really want to disturb her. It's the first proper sleep she's had in days.
Oh, right, okay. Another time, then, eh?
Do you want me to give her a message?
No, you're all right, love. Just tell her I called, eh?
She needs a sleep, love.
Christmas tree. How can you even think of a Christmas tree at a time like this?
Belle, we do have Danny's feelings to think about, you know.
Look, I can't stand it. They're all out there watching us, whispering about us.
Yeah, well, we can't worry about that now. Shouldn't you be in work by now?
I can't go in. Look, please, Ollie, I can't face it.
Why? We've done nothing to be ashamed of. And if we lock ourselves away, people will come up with all sorts of ideas about what's been going on behind closed doors. We need to get out there, face up to the world.
It's easy for you to say, isn't it? You don't have to work with these people. I have to stand there every day serving baked beans to the neighbours, knowing that they're talking about us behind our backs.
It'll be as bad for me if our names get plastered all over the tabloids. Look, this is something we can't run away from. We've got to face it. I don't care what accusations are hurled at us. I don't care what names we're called. I'm not prepared to let this destroy me or my family. So, we're going to have a Christmas, regardless. Oh.
Oh, great. New toaster doesn't work. It's not on Sinbad flogging us dodgy goods. I've a good mind to report him to the trading standards.
You know, George, we've got more important things to worry about than whether a stupid toaster works or not. All right? I mean, you know what's going on out there right now, don't you? They'll all be gossiping about us. It'll be spreading like wildfire.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly looking forward to being the most gossiped about piece of news this place has seen either.
Yeah, well, it didn't just happen, did it? I mean, you did this, remember?
It was your idea to spray that stuff on Max Farnham's window.
Yeah, but it wasn't my idea to casually announce to the whole close that you and I are sleeping together.
Look, I'm sorry, Nat, but it's all out in the open now.
Yeah, great.
People will get bored of it eventually. They'll find something else to talk about.
All right, so what do we do in the meantime? Stay locked up in here for the next 20 years until they forget about it?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm taking this toaster back to Sinbad to get it mended. We've got to face up to people, Nat. If we can get through this, we can get through anything.
Does anybody else know?
No one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I haven't told a soul. I've been trying to forget about it.
I don't know you can be so casual. No, you've killed some family. You pretend as if nothing's happened.
Look, all I'm saying is, I've had to get on with my life. There's no court in the land could give me a worse sentence than the one I've had to live with for the last 30 years.
Hey, Jack Sullivan. I thought you were supposed to be doing a few odd jobs for your Terry.
Oh, he is?
Well, have you seen the muck around these shops? It's a living disgrace. You're letting your standards slip.
It's on me list, love.
I think you better make sure it's top of your list.
Oh, and as for certain young people around here, I don't think they even know the meaning of the word standards.
What?
Them tenants of yours and the disgraceful goings-on. I'm surprised you haven't given them the marching orders by now.
Well, look, to be perfectly honest with you, Julie, I don't think it's any of my business. As long as they paid their rent and all that, well, I think they're entitled to a private life.
What kind of private life, though?
Hi.
You ought to be ashamed to show your face in public. A lovely-looking girl like you, and you're carrying on with your own brother. Oh, what kind of a world are we living in?
I'll drop you off at the shops. I've got to get some petrol on the way to work.
The tree looks ridiculous in there. It's completely bare.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Dan can decorate it. He'll love it. Come on. You're late enough already. Ron Dixon will be docking your wages.
Look, I really don't want to go in. I can't face this.
Of course you can.
Whatever happened to our family? The 3 lovely children. We thought we had everything going for us.
Oh, come on, Belle. Look, there's no animal's blood smeared on the door or anything.
Yet. I can't stop thinking of Nat and Georgia standing up in court and everybody screaming guilty at them.
Yeah, well, hopefully it won't come to that. Good morning.
All right. Bit quiet like, still I suppose all that'll change once we get invaded by hordes of newspaper people.
See, it's starting already.
Because they love a good scandal, don't they? And it's just what we need round here.
Oh, well, that's one less Christmas card to send this year.
I can't face this.
Belle, just get in. The longer we hide away, the worse it's going to get.
Missed him now.
I don't know why you bother with him, Mike. The family's weird.
Well, seem we the people and them.
Yeah, well, I think he's got enough on his mind with his kids to be worrying about your book.
He's not still doing his Jeffrey Archer impression, is he?
Oh, at least Jeffrey Archer gets paid for what he writes.
Oh, it's not about getting paid. It's about creating something, achieving something that people are going to take notice of.
Like Ollie Simpson, as you mean?
Having fancy principles won't butter your bread, you know, Michael.
Look, I just want my story to be told. And if it makes a few bob along the way, then fair enough. I think I'll go into town, see if I can catch him in the bookshop.
Oh, he's gonna love that, isn't he? I suppose I better start thinking about getting ready for work soon. Real work.
You better get a grip of yourself, sunshine. Letting Lindsay work all hours while you don't lift a finger.
No, that's all part of being a writer. You got to suffer a little bit, see a bit of life.
Mike, job centre today.
All right, OK, I'll go in after I see Ollie. Anything for a quiet life, eh?
Listen, do you reckon that you should be associating with the Simpsons? I mean, you know what their kids have been getting up to, don't you?
Hang on a minute, Dad. You've got Belle Simpson working in your shop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know I have, but I mean, that's only because I'm desperate, isn't it?
Yeah, you want to keep an eye on things round there, Ron. People might start boycotting the place soon.
Nah, they wouldn't. Not in the run-up to Christmas. Would they?
I can't believe what you did last night. I mean, now we're going to get a hard time from everyone like Julia.
Yeah, well, at least we haven't been struck down by any thunderbolts. There's been no plague of locusts yet.
Georgia, I'm serious. I'm surprised Max Farman didn't call the police.
He deserved everything he got.
Yeah, I know, but what happens when he gets something in court to give evidence against us? It's not going to help our case, is it? It's going to make him even more determined to see us found guilty. Look, it's about this toaster we got for you. It's broken.
Yeah, we were wondering if you could have a look at it for us.
No, I'm sorry, I don't fix toasters.
But I've seen you in here before fixing stuff.
Well, that was before.
Well, could you just have a look at me? It's probably something really simple.
I'd rather not. So if you don't mind, I'm busy.
We've only just bought it from you.
Look, I've told you, I don't fix toasters, especially not that one.
Why not?
All right, if you really want to know, I don't like what you're doing. It disgusts me. I don't want you anywhere near me. And I share a house with a family man who's got 2 decent kids. And I don't like the way you're flaunting your relationship in their faces and trying to make out that it's all right for a brother and sister
Come
to...
on now, we don't have to listen to this.
Well, you can stick your toaster.
There you are. You can have your £5 back. Go somewhere else in future.
You know, whatever you think about us, you better get used to being around here, all right? Because we're not moving, we're staying.
Come on now.
What's going on? What's happening?
All we've done is ask him to fix a toaster.
All you've done? Oh, don't come the innocent. The whole world knows what you two have done, and you're still doing by all accounts.
I am sick of this. I don't need you moralising to me about my children.
What's that?
It's our Jimmy's stuff. Police had finished with it, you know, so they passed it back to me. I took it round to show Jackie, but she was asleep. Don't think Ron Dixon wants me anywhere near her, you know.
Do you still want it back?
Yeah. But I think she's gone for good this time. Well, it all got too much in the end, you know, Val. Me, little Jimmy. I couldn't understand why she went.
So is this all his clothes and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, just bits and pieces, you know. I found this birthday card to him when he was 10, from me and Jackie. Well, from Jackie anyway.
It says it's from the two of you.
Yeah, but it's Jackie's writing, not mine. She just signed it for me. Shows you what sort of a dad I was, eh? Not even round to sign his own son's birthday card for him. He's probably off on some scam somewhere. Or down the bookies. Or banged up in Bolton jail.
Look, is his wallet and stuff?
Yeah, well, never much in there.
What's this? Looks like a diary or something.
Hey, let's have a look.
It's years old.
It's weird, isn't it? I mean, if I read this, I might get to know him better than I ever did when he was alive.
Excuse us. Is there a problem?
No, of course not.
Then what are you staring at?
Who rattled his cage?
OK, thanks, Lo. Hey, just missed it. There's been murder here.
Why? What happened?
Them two Simpson kids swanning round like a pair of lovebirds.
Doesn't bear thinking about, does it?
I'm surprised you still got the mother working in the shop. Well, you know what people are like. They might think you're condoning it.
Like I've got a choice. Who else am I going to get to running so close to Christmas?
Well, what about Jackie Corkle? She knows the ropes.
Nah, not at the moment. She's too cut up over little Jimmy.
And what about your Michael?
There's not room on the counter for his typewriter. Mind you, Lindsay is desperate for him to get a job.
Well, he's done it before, hasn't he?
Be worth a try, wouldn't it?
What?
Hi.
Hiya.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just shopkeeper talk, you know, wondering how we're going to manage with the Christmas rush.
Well, at least you've got me to help you out, haven't you?
Yeah, lucky me, eh? See you soon.
See you, Ron.
Hello.
Sinbad?
Hiya. How's Jimmy?
Always all right. Just going through little Jimmy's stuff. Coming back from the police.
Makes you count your blessings, doesn't it?
Yeah. We were talking about the wedding. Jimmy reckons it's about time we were honest with each other.
How do you mean?
Well, do you want to go ahead with it?
Well, I just think that it might be the wrong time. I mean, not because of us, but because of everything that's happened. I mean, the poor lad's body hasn't even been released by the coroner yet.
Are you sure you're not just using that as an excuse?
Listen, Val, we've already agreed to postpone the honeymoon. Well, that was before little Jimmy and everything, wasn't it? Now, I just think that under the circumstances, well, you know...
Go on. Say it.
I think we should put the wedding back. And I don't mean off, I just mean back, honest. You know, just until things get back to normal. Then we can pick up where we left off.
This has got to stop. Do you understand that? I don't think either of you realise the effect you're having on people out there. They're sickened by what you've done. They're appalled, outraged by it. The whole family has suddenly become outcasts.
Look, Dad, we know we're not going to change the way people think about us, all right? You wanted us to keep out of your way, to cut ourselves off from you. That's what we're doing, so just leave us alone.
Can't you see the damage you're doing to yourselves? You could be in court within weeks. Don't you care about what's going to happen?
I'm sorry, Dad, I really am. I didn't mean things to escalate like this. I just wanted to make a point to Max Farnham.
Oh, yeah. Well, you certainly did that.
Is Mum okay?
Yeah, not bad, but she's wound up over all this.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Have you been in touch with the police yet? Why not?
We've been scared to.
Yeah, well, maybe no news is good news.
Might also mean they're making sure they've got a watertight case against us.
Don't tempt fate, George.
Come on. Let's have the number.
So you're saying my mum had an affair with this fella and you went after him?
That's how it started. Her and this Harry Fraser. Killed me to think of her with another fella. Who's that?
Well, we won't know till we answer it, will we? Come in.
Hello, just the man I want to see. I need a Father Christmas for the children's Christmas party at the hospital, and I happen to know that Santa's a great friend of yours. In fact, a little dicky bird told me that in the past he's allowed you to wear his costume and stand in for him when he's been busy.
I'm not into dressing up anymore, thanks, Julia.
Ah, Jack, Just think of all those poor little mites with no knees to sit on. Oh, I'll take that as yesterday. Oh, I'll be around with the costume for a fitting as soon as it arrives from Lapland. See you.
See you, Julia.
Great. That's all I need.
Right, come on. What about this Fraser fella? What happened?
Ah, leave it, hey, Terry, lad.
What? You drop a bombshell on me like that and then you just clam up?
There's nothing to tell. I'd had a few drinks. OK. Went looking for him. Found him in this pub on the Dock Road. All right, bloodbath it was most Friday nights. I offered him outside. You know, like he did in them days. Next thing I know, he's on the deck. Must have been a lucky punch. I tried to bring him round, honest lad, but he'd gone. So there I was, out of my mind with panic, sticking him in the back of the van and driving off. Next thing I'm out here. Of course, there was all woods and farmlands in those days. Found a place to dump him and then...
What? That's it?
Once they'd realised he'd disappeared. Well, the police had inquiries and that, but that was years later. And nobody could point a finger at me. Because nobody knew what really happened but me.
And you never once thought of going to the police and admitting it?
I've thought about it 1,000,000 times, lad. But I've had 30 years of guilt to live with since then. I've served me time.
Oh, come on, Micah. At least for a couple of weeks, just to help your dad out over Christmas.
He's already got someone, Belle Simpson.
Yeah, but I need someone on the inside, don't I, to keep an eye on things. Once word gets out what our kids have been up to, then people are going to stop coming in. I'll lose half my customers.
I don't see what the problem is.
But, Mike, they've committed incest.
So?
I suppose you think people should get a grant for it, eh? Mind you, I'm surprised they don't, the way things are going these days.
Look, incest was only ever a problem before the days of contraception, wasn't it? When they thought the kids were going to have 2 heads and all that.
So you think it's okay, do you?
It's the depths of depravity, Michael.
Hang on a minute, Dad. There's people all over the world getting hacked to bits and bombed to pieces. Now, that's the depths of depravity. I mean, these two people love each other, so what's the problem?
Mike, incest. It's wrong, isn't it?
And against the law.
I mean, I don't blame your dad for worrying. I wouldn't want any of them working for me.
And it is still me who pays all the bills in this house, remember?
All right, OK. I'll do a couple of hours a day for you. But if I ever publish it on the phone, I'm off like a shot, OK?
Yeah, OK. Thank you, Michael. Don't worry, I'll make it worth your while. Now, look, all you've got to do now is just turn up and say you've come to help out with the Christmas rush.
Christmas rush? Are we talking about the same shop here?
Don't push it, sunshine.
Oh, I made up you finally seen some sense and got work. I feel like this is the first step towards us getting our own place now.
Oh, hi. What are you doing here?
Well, I haven't been into work yet. I phoned the police station from the flat.
Any news?
No, I couldn't get anything out of them. They said, oh, your case has still got to go through the system. You'll be notified by post as soon as the decision is made. Still, at least I got Nat and Georgia to agree to be a bit more discreet.
Well, Ron's being a bit funny with me. He keeps hanging around making the odd remark or two.
Oh, just stick it out, Belle. Screw the lot of them.
All right. Oh, Mr. Simpson, any chance of a word about me book?
Look, I'm really sorry about that. He's in a bit of a rush.
Oh, well, I'll catch him later anyway.
So, what can I do for you?
Well, my dad's just asked me to come in for a couple of hours, you know, just cover you for the Christmas rush.
Oh, right.
That's less pressure for you, isn't it? Less work.
How are you, Mike? I was wondering if you could get your dad put me aside some of those little chocolate snowmen, please.
Yeah, no problem. Belle knows where they are.
I'd rather deal with you if you don't mind.
Julia, Belle works here. If you want to shop in here, you deal with her, OK?
I'd like 4 set aside, please. And I'll be back to pay for them when I pick up my pension.
You were very firm with Julia there.
Yeah, well, she deserved it.
I suppose we're the talk of the town at the moment.
It's none of anyone's business, really, is it?
Well, thanks for standing up for me.
Well, I wasn't really standing up for anyone. I just can't stand not unminded old narcs like that, as though they've done nothing wrong in their lives.
Well, I don't blame them, really. I think I'd be the same in their position.
Look, not everyone hates you, you know. I mean, I heard all the gossip and, well, it doesn't bother me.
Well, I wish everyone was as sympathetic as you are.
Yeah, well, I'd just like to know half of what's going on in some of their private lives.
Yeah, listen to this one he's wrote. Christmas Day. He was 12. Dad never turned up for Christmas dinner. Came home legless. Said he'd been at the betting shop. Mum went mad. Said they weren't open Christmas Day. Dad spouted crap, then fell asleep on the couch. Lindsay really upset. Locked herself in the bedroom. Do you remember that?
Sort of. It can't all be like that.
That's one of the better crimbos. Loads of stuff about your mum being upset. About me being in prison. Again, see? Again. Written in big letters.
You sure I haven't read it?
No. I'm glad. Brings it home to me how I've behaved to you over the years. What kind of life I've given you. All the way through, it's the same, Linz. Calls me loads of names. Slags me off for letting the family down. Says he felt like killing me. More than once I've read that. No wonder he ended up like he did. Having a no mark like me for an old fella.
Don't say that, Dad.
I have to keep this safe, won't I? It's got all of our little Jimmy's life in here. Help me to remember how bad things got. You know, love, all my life I've let people down. Time and time again I've let them down. Well, no more. I've got all little Jimmy's memory to live up to here. I'm going to change, Linz. I'm going to get your mother back. I've got to.
To put up some Christmas lights, could you?
Yeah, sure.
I'll just come out the garage.
How's your mum?
Bearing up. How are you?
Oh, you know, the same. Bearing up. Whatever that means. Did you tell her I'd popped round to see her the other day?
Of course, yeah. She's got a bad head at the moment, you know. Not been sleeping very well.
Oh, know how she feels. Bit different this Christmas, eh? No reindeer on the roof this year.
No. Kylie's dead excited, though. She can't wait.
Has your mum mentioned me at all?
Just a couple of times, you know, in conversation.
Listen, Linz, don't want to put you in an awkward position or anything, but... Well, could you have a little word with her? You know, well, I need to know her plans, you know. Whether there's any chance for us or anything.
I'll have a go, Dad, but... The way she is at the moment, I don't know what she'd say. It's bad enough for you and me. He was her son, wasn't he? If anything ever happened to Kylie,
I know, love. It'll be easier when we've laid him to rest. None of us will settle till he's...
Oh, Dad. I've lost my brother.
I know it's hard, love. I know.
We're gonna need some silver foil to get some of these away.
It'd be great if we had a MIDI interface.
A what?
Then we can link it up to our computer.
Can't you just plug them in like everyone else?
All right, lads. Tanner's your dad in?
No, he's not at the moment.
Oh, is he due back from work soon?
Oh, I don't know. He's slept at shopping, I think.
All right. Where is it he works again?
Elton's bookshop in town, just out from Lord Street.
Yeah, I know the one she is. Mind if I'm down that way? I might drop in on him. See you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Suppose you know everyone's talking about your brother and sister.
Not surprised. Both off their heads.
Is it true they like went together?
I don't know. Nobody ever tells me anything in this house.
Same in ours.
I thought I might do some Christmas shopping when I go to post these.
My hand's about to drop off.
Oh, I can't work out which of the neighbours to send one to. You can do the local ones.
You're not sending one to the Simpsons, are you?
Well, I thought I might send one to Belle. I mean, I have to include Ollie, of course.
The least we have to do with that family, the better.
I don't see why everyone should condemn the parents for the sins of the children.
I've lost my sense of taste.
Aren't you due in at the restaurant now?
Well, I thought I'd get this lot finished first.
Oh, Grants is under new management now, remember? Those old slapdash working practices will have to end, you know. Oh, have you told David about our new circumstances yet?
Who, me?
Max, the art of good management is the ability to delegate. Tongue, please.
I've just been reading through this letter from Patricia.
Oh. All well, I hope.
Well, she informs me that you have paid her out in full.
Yes. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that.
And how on earth could you manage to raise that amount of money?
Well, I managed to come to an arrangement with an investor.
But, Max, I'm a partner, for God's sake. Shouldn't I at least have been consulted?
Well, to be quite honest with you, there wasn't really any time.
I see. And who is this mystery investor? Susanna? Good God.
Ooh. Feel better after that bath.
Good. Tea won't be long.
See, the Simpsons are putting up the Christmas lights outside.
Can't see them having a very happy Christmas. Not after all the shenanigans that have gone on in that house. It's funny. Things like that never happened when we were kids, did they?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it did, but it was all hushed up. I feel for the parents.
Don't waste your sympathy, love. They're probably to blame.
Do you reckon the parents are always to blame, then? For the way the kids turn out?
9 times out of 10, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Jimmy were to blame, you know. For the way our little Jimmy went off the rails. We were responsible for bringing him up and we failed him.
Come on, love. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about them over the road. I mean, lots of kids go the way your Jimmy went, but those Simpson kids, I mean, that was something else, that, Jackie. They broke one of the biggest rules going.
Oh, we're not exactly innocent ourselves, are we, Ron? We're both still married to other people.
Yeah, but we haven't done anything, have we?
But we deserve to be condemned the same as them. Bet we're getting talked about just as much.
Anyway, hope you're hungry.
Famished.
Here you go.
Oh, something smells good.
That's bacon, that is. And that's a smell that this house hasn't had much of recently. Reminds me of Christmas, you know. Crispy rashers on top of a turkey. And hey, we're going to have a real Christmas dinner this year. Not one of them soya and yogurt puddings that Bev used to make. No, and I'm going to get everybody round. Our Michael, Lindsay, little Kylie, our Jackie, me, you. That's if you fancy it is.
Wait and see. A little while to go yet between now and Christmas.
Yeah, sure. Just want you to know that you're more than welcome if you fancy it, you know. No pressure.
You're a good new, aren't you?
Well, I do my best, love. Do my best. Right. 1 egg or 2?
Ooh, 2. Build my strength up. Thanks, Ron.
What for?
For making me feel so welcome and wanted and well fed.
Something smells good.
Food for the gods, love, and there's plenty more.
Oh, can I have a quick word, please?
Yes, love. Go through there, shall we?
Hey, no rush, don't worry about me. Haven't put the fried bread in the pan yet.
How's your dad? He looks great. Great? What do you mean? You know, he's had a shave and the house is dead tidy and he's eating okay. Just seems like he's trying really hard, you know, to stay on top of everything.
I've seen him go that way before, you know. Doesn't last long.
Why do you always have to think the worst of him?
Sorry. Habit of a lifetime.
He's dying to know what you're going to do next with your life and whether there's a place in it for him.
I don't even know myself yet, love.
So you're going to stay here with Ron?
I don't know. Look, Ron's a lovely, kind man, and I just feel after everything he's done for me, I owe it to him to...
I've done you the bacon butty there, love.
Oh, great, thanks.
Right, well, ready when you are.
I don't think my dad was expecting any easy answers. He just really wants to know whether you still love him.
It's got nothing to do with love. It's to do with me, I don't know, making something of myself, doing something for me, instead of spending my life worrying about your dad and little Jimmy and everyone else.
Yeah, that's great, Moira.
Oh, thanks.
Excuse me, Mr. Simpson.
Oh, hi. You doing some Christmas shopping?
No. I was just wondering if you'd had any more feedback on my book, you know, because I want to send it off to a couple of publishers this week.
Well, I've been really busy with the Christmas rush.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, could you give me a couple of addresses, contacts and stuff?
Well, I could sell you a copy of the Writers and Artists Yearbook.
All right, well, could you do me a letter of introduction as well?
Are you sure that you want to send it off in its current state?
Are you saying it's not good enough?
Well, no. It's been an interesting read. Rather unusual style-wise at times, but I can see that the subject matter obviously means a great deal to you. No, I'm just not quite sure if it's ready to be sent off to a publisher's yet.
Well, that is exactly the way I wanted it to be. A real-life version of events. I just wrote it down the way it happened.
Yeah, well, it may be a real-life story, but it has to be well-written to be turned into a good read.
Excuse me. Are you saying it's not well-written?
Not exactly, no. I'm just saying that it would make a better read if it were more esoteric and written...
Better?
No, just differently. And, well, better, yes. Just turn it on its head in a few places. But it's only a first draft, isn't it? And most books go through various draft stages.
What, you mean like checking the punctuation, the spelling and that?
Not quite, no. You see, some writers think of a first draft as like an artist's palette, where they just mix the colours, and then the real craft work begins. Well, that might be the next stage for you, you know, to really get to grips with the real craft of writing.
Yeah, well, that's very helpful. Listen, I don't want to hold you up. I'll go and have another look at it, eh?
Look, I hope I wasn't too negative.
No, of course not.
And thanks for coming back to ask my opinion.
Oh, you're in the biz, aren't you?
I meant as a neighbour. Our family seems to be being ostracized by almost everyone on the close.
No, I've never been one to follow the crowd. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. See ya.
Yeah. Good luck. You'll need it.
Oh, bills. 2 weeks before Christmas. A couple of cards. Nat.
From the police.
Merry Christmas, Nat. They're not going to prosecute us.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Says they're not going to proceed. We're off the hook.
I can't believe it.
You know what this means, don't you? If I hadn't stood on the close and shouted my mouth off, no one would ever have known about this.
Well, it's too late now. At least we're not going to get dragged through the courts.
Yeah. Just got the neighbours to face. Mike's still going on about this book of his. I just wish he'd forget about it. It seems to have taken over his life.
At least he's back working in the shop. Get a bit of money for Crimbo, won't he?
Still won't find us a place to live, though, will he? I just don't know how long he's going to last at it. He seems to get bored within minutes of doing anything normal.
Come and see this stuff, love. A few things here you might recognise.
Not much to show for someone's life, is it?
Bet you've never seen this one before. Reckon it looks a bit like me when I was a lad.
Remember when I come to his first day at school? I had to hold his hand at playtime. He was bright and stiff, poor little thing.
Looks dead innocent, doesn't he? Eh? At that age, everything's to play for.
So, what else is there?
A couple of footy programmes. Not that I ever took him to the match. I've made a promise to myself, love. I mean, this might sound stupid, but I know our Jimmy wasn't the only lad in the world to go wrong. There's lots of other kids out there who need help. And I mean this. From now on, I am going to do whatever I can to help them get a better start in life than they've got. That's going to mean more to me than anything.
Doesn't sound stupid at all, Dad. If you could do that, I'd be so proud of you.
Yeah. And your mum will be proud of me too. She will be. One day, I promise.
I saw her before.
What'd she say?
She just seemed dead confused, you know. Needs a bit of time to sort herself out.
Yeah. Can't say I blame her. Everything I've done to her. Still, up to me to prove I'm a changed man, eh? Listen, I was thinking of putting a few deckies up, you know. Well, just try and brighten the place up a bit.
That'd be great.
Yeah, more for Arcady than me, you know. Well, try and get things back to normal. She can help me put them up if she wants.
Dad, she'd love that.
Yeah. Well, let's do it, eh? Try and give her a Christmas to remember.
I thought I'd better get this done while our Michael was out of the house. I got something for your Lindsay and all.
Oh, it's good of you, Ron.
Actually, I thought she looked a bit wound up before, after seeing Jimmy.
Yeah, she was.
Why? What's he been saying?
Nothing. Just wants to know where he stands, you know. He's staying over here.
I suppose his imagination must be working overtime, eh? Not that we have been up to anything like.
Must be some tongues wagging though, eh?
Look, I'm sorry, love. I don't want you getting a bad name. If you think that you should move to your Vals, then I understand. It's your choice.
No, I'll stay here.
I must be doing something right then, eh?
Yeah.
You've had a difficult few weeks, haven't you, love, eh? You need people, you know. Mates to stand by you.
Yeah.
Do you know what's been the hardest thing for me the past 2 or 3 years? Watching you living in Jimmy's shadow. Every time he let you down, I could see how much it was taking out of you. And then every time Bev opened a big gob to slag you and Jimmy off, I used to bite my tongue because I knew it was nothing to do with you. I used to hate Bev sometimes for the way she talked to you. And then, because of our Tony, I poured every ounce of hate in me onto Jimmy. I couldn't help myself, Jack. Even though I knew I was hurting you. What I'm trying to say, love...
It's all right. You don't have to say any more.
No, I want to. I want you to know how I feel. I feel dead happy, Jack. My life has been turned upside down these past few months. Bev and Josh going. But I don't care, love. I don't care about anything. Because I've got you.
Good evening.
Good evening, David.
Look, in view of the changed circumstances, I thought I ought to pop over and discuss the precise nature of our business relationship in the future.
Oh, really? What did you want to know?
Well, for a start, I'd like you to confirm that if you decide to say jump, you expect me to jump.
Well, if you want to put it like that.
No, I wouldn't put it as crude as that.
Max.
Because that being the case, as I suspect it is, then I suggest you start looking for another performing dog.
Oh, David.
Max. I do have an alternative proposal that might interest you.
Knowing the murky machinations of your mind, Susanna, that doesn't surprise me in the least.
If you were to sign
This being?
a legally drafted document whereby, should you choose to sign, you would relinquish all your rights as a partner in grants. In return, you would get your investment back in full.
Which you will ensure will take months, no doubt.
Well, no. Actually, I took the liberty of asking Nigel to raise you a banker's draft. Just in case.
I've known what your game is, Susanna, ever since you...
David, Max is trying to start a new life. The last few months have been very traumatic. And we are trying to get the best for both us and the children. I don't want anything to come in the way of that. Do we, Max?
No, not at all.
Not in our business, nor our domestic arrangements.
We thought in the circumstances, because we're no longer tied to Patricia and the restaurant, Susanna, we thought it would be easier for all concerned, and bearing in mind that we're cramped for space at home.
Are you kicking me out of the house?
Of course not.
No. Well, we just thought you might be more comfortable if you found more suitable accommodation.
I just can't believe this of you, Max. You're still my son-in-law, you know. And you're letting her turf me out onto the street for Christmas.
Jackie, love, I know I'm not much of a catch, but I'd do anything for you. And I'd like to think that in time I'm someone who you could grow to love. I do care for you, Jack. All right.
I'll get it.
No, wait. If we don't answer it, maybe they'll go away.
But it might be important.
Not as important as this, Jack.
Right, my dad isn't in.
Thanks, love. Good job, you twin. I see. Season of goodwill to all, then, is it, Jackie?
Hi. What are you two doing here?
I've had a letter from the police.
What now?
They're not going to prosecute us.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful news. Really wonderful. You must be so relieved.
Yeah, more than you can believe.
Well, things can only get better from now on, eh?
Michael, how long's Jackie Corkill been living here?
Well, you better ask me, Dad. It's none of my business, really, is it?
No, mine, I suppose you'll say.
Right, I'll leave you to it, then, eh?
I hope you're going round the shop. It's late night opening, remember?
Yeah, I'm just on my way round there now. See you later.
See you later, love.
Yeah, ta-ra. Right, here we are, then. Cup of tea?
No, thank you. Decorations look nice. Jackie Corkill put them up.
No, Bev did them, actually. Before she went.
Very good of her.
Yeah, before she realised she was going.
Was that why she went? Because she found out about Jackie Corkill?
No, we'd been drifting apart for some time.
You're not doing too badly for your age. One out, one in. There's no stopping you. Scared of being left on your own.
Dee Dee.
I thought you had a preference for younger women, grown out of your cradle snatching.
All right, Dee. I'm not going to sit here and say you were right all along about me and Bev not lasting. But if you've only come round here to gloat, then you might as well leave now.
That's not why I came. I was thinking of going round to our Val's. Get out of your way for a bit.
No, no. No need for that, love. You stay where you are. Dee Dee's just going, aren't you?
There's something I've got to tell you first. I was hoping Jackie and Michael would be here so I could tell you all together.
You're not pregnant.
Oh, Ron, do you mind?
Well, I'm sorry, Dee. It's just the way you're building up to it.
I thought it was about time I agreed to settle our differences, to give you your freedom that you're after.
What are you saying, Dee?
Ron, I never thought I'd hear myself say this, but I've come to give you what you've always wanted. You can have a divorce.
They seek them here, they seek them there, but will they find them? Wanted is hot on the trail of this week's fugitives on 4 Next.
A blind date leads to blind panic. Caroline in the Cities in half an hour, and that's after Brookside.
I'm just taking these over to me dad's. Try and brighten the place up a bit for him.
Well, will he want that under the circumstances?
Oh, yeah, he asked me. We want to try and get the place a bit more Christmassy, and if we want our Kylie's over there. She wants to give us a hand to put them up.
Oh, right. Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah. She's been saying her prayers for RJ. I told her he'd gone to heaven like an angel.
Poor kid. It's hard for little ones to take.
Yeah.
All right, love.
Hiya, all sorted?
Yeah. Just wish Dee Dee would have given us a bit more notice, like.
What's up with Ron this morning?
Seems really wound up.
He's had a bit of a shock. Dee Dee's asked him for a divorce. She's inviting them to Grant's, you know, for lunch, to meet the future husbands.
It's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
What?
Well, Ron and Dee Dee getting divorced after all these years. And Dee Dee being dead Catholic, and you being with Ron.
What are you getting at, Linz?
Well, are you going to get divorced from my dad and all?
Me? No. No, Dee Dee's done this off her own back. I mean, Ron hasn't asked her for a divorce.
All right, yeah.
He only asked me to go with him, you know.
What did you say?
Oh, no, of course. It's none of my business. Anyway, I don't want people getting the wrong ideas, do I?
It's a bit late for that, isn't it, Mum? Look, my dad'll be wondering where I am. I better get going.
See ya. Oh, see you, Ron.
Ta-ra, love.
Ta-ra, love.
Look, are you sure you won't come with me?
No, Ron. This is a family thing, and I'm not part of your family. No, look, I'm fine here. I'll just tidy up a bit, you know, and earn my keep.
Jackie, I've told you you don't have to do that, love.
No, honest, I'd rather keep busy.
In that case, don't suppose you can iron the shirt for us then, could you?
Go on, then.
Right. I think you'll find everything is shipshape upstairs.
Oh, David, look, there was no need to do that. I'm sure that Susanna, she could have easily...
I think the less you mention Susanna, the better.
Well, actually, she was asking where you were going to stay.
Oh, was she really? Well, I suggest you tell her not to worry her little head about that.
David, please, look, I can't tell you how sorry I am that way things have turned out.
Max, if I'm expected to manage without your roof over my head, I think I can manage without your sympathy.
No word from that JC fella yet. Woman said he was expecting him by now and all. Tell you what, though, lad. Going back in there gives me the shivers. Brings back everything I've been trying to forget for the last 30 years.
Shut up, will you? Someone might hear you.
It has helpful, lad. Being able to tell somebody, you know. Getting it off my chest.
Hughie! Hiya, Jack! Good news! The posters arrived from Lapland, so I'll be around to fit your Santa costume later. And if you behave yourself, I might invite myself round for tea.
Oh, that'll be great, that, Julie. My dad was just saying how made up he was to be Father Christmas for all the kids, weren't you?
You are joking.
I can't stop because Jackie's there, gone out for lunch, and I'm in charge.
I get the feeling there's a million pairs of eyes staring at you.
Will you look at them two? There's only one way to stop them, you know. Padlock here up in one of them charity bells and give the lad the, operation. That'll put a stop to their gallop.
I've just seen them Simpson kids walking around like they're some married couple.
Unlike us, then, eh?
What do you mean?
Come on. We're going to sort this out once and for all.
Hey, lads, just put it anywhere there on the grass. So you going out?
Yeah, some family thing to do with Dee, I think.
On his own?
As far as I know.
Do you think I should nip over and see your mum while he's out?
I don't know, Dad. I mean, I think she just needs a bit of time to herself at the moment, you know. And maybe you should let her make the first move.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Dad, are you really sure about this?
Yep.
Look, I know it's got nothing to do with me, but why are you going? I mean, you've always fought for me mum in the past, haven't you? But this time, it just seems like you're giving up.
Oh, I'm not giving up, Lindsay. I'm starting again. I can't just sit round and watch your mother living over the way with Dixon. I've got too much pride for that.
I won't be long, love.
You said that 2 hours ago.
Christmas shopping.
You'll spend all your dad's money.
Hey, I've got the gold card safe in here. Yeah, let's go and see where those sparks have gone wrong, eh? I won't be a sec, love.
Well, of course, you would have always been welcome to my spare room, only I'm holding on to it for Jack Sullivan. I mean, I can't see him wanting to stay in that poky little flat forever.
No, quite. Anyway, if you do hear of anything, Julia, I would be terribly grateful. I better go and check the cards on Ron's window. I'll see you later.
See you. Hiya, love.
All right.
Don't you remember me from your wedding? I was the one with the broken heel.
Oh, right, yeah.
I've just come to offer you my commiserations. You were just used by that Simpson lad and then cast aside. Look at them, the two of them, acting as though butter wouldn't melt. Ooh, they should brand them for what they've done.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, them two doing the
the business.
How do you know about that?
It's not just me, love, it's everyone. Everyone knows.
Sir, where's the wine is there?
Oh. I'll be eating on my own at this rate.
Will Mrs. Corkill be joining you, or is Bev back on the scene again?
Dee Dee, if you must know.
Dee Dee, gosh, how many women have you got?
More than you, Maxie. That's saying something, isn't it?
All right, Max. Bye.
About time. Where have you been?
Working.
Snap in your shop.
So, is this Tom fella coming with me, Mum, or what?
Not supposed to be. That's something for me to look forward to, isn't it?
I can't get used to the idea of wanting a divorce.
Join the club.
I mean, she's been dead set against it for so long.
Oh, she is now. Hiya, Mum.
Hiya.
Hello, love. I'll give us a kiss. Oh, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, and you. So, no Tom then?
He's on his way.
Ah, I see. Unreliable sort, eh?
He's parking his car, actually.
Oh, right.
Well, then, how is everyone?
Fine.
Yeah, sound, but a bit hungry, like.
Oh, here he is.
He's younger than I expected.
I'm better looking.
Shut up, you two. Tom.
Hello.
Tom, this is Ron. Ron, Tom.
Good to meet you at last. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah, I bet you'd have. You're a bit of man of mystery yourself.
And this is Jacqueline. Oh, Michael.
Pleased to meet you both.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Sit down. Make yourself comfortable.
So, where's your partner then? Bev, isn't it?
Jackie. Well, kinda Jackie. Hopefully. If she,
If she what?
Look, are we gonna order this meal or what?
Jules. Hi.
I wish I'd never met you, or your brother.
What is it?
I've just had some woman come up to me telling me all kinds about us two, about our marriage, and you two. How dare you go round telling people my business? Don't you care what people think about you?
Jules, we haven't said anything.
How do you think I feel, you going round humiliating me like this?
Jules.
So next time, you keep your dirty business to yourself, OK? The sooner the courts put you away, the better.
There isn't going to be any court case, Jules.
What?
The police have decided they're not going to prosecute us. So why don't you just go home and leave us alone?
Thanks for taking the trouble to turn up, you two.
Yeah, anything for a free scran, eh? Come on, dig in.
Grace, for what we're about to receive, may the Lord make us truly thankful. Amen.
Right then, tuck in. It's a shame Jackie Corkill couldn't come. What with you being such close friends now?
Yeah, never mind, eh? So, Tom, you work for the church, Dee Dee tells me.
That's right. I go around scraping all the wax off the candle holders so it can be recycled.
Really?
He's an accountant for the diocese.
Oh, right.
Still, a very interesting job, that. Collecting all the 10p's off the collection plate.
It has its advantages, Ron. The foreign coin collection is second to none.
He's not only an accountant, he's a compere down the Catholic club, St Mary's.
What, him?
Well, it's only once every blue moon, when they're desperate.
Oh, really? Actually, you don't strike me as the type. Mind you, you must have a good sense of humour. You need one to put up with Dee Dee.
Dee Dee tells me you've got a good sense of humour yourself, Ron.
Well, you know.
She told you we're thinking of getting married.
What? No, she hasn't. Tell me you're joking.
He isn't serious, is he, Mum? Well, it's not what you think.
Well, it's obviously what he thinks. All these years of you being some religious fanatic, and now all of a sudden, not only are you talking divorce, but getting remarried.
Well, it's not as simple as that, Ron.
What happened to your faith, Dee?
I thought the Pope had big dollars about divorcees.
Well, he does. In most cases.
But I expect he'll make an exception for you, eh? As you work for the firm, like.
I'm afraid there's no chance of me pulling any strings.
How are you going to get married? It's against everything you've ever stood for.
Well, Tom's more laid back about the church's rules than I am. Or was.
So the Dee Dee that I knew, who was once all set to become a nun, has had this mad personality transplant and is suddenly into all this free love business, eh?
Ron, I think you're getting a bit carried away.
A lot of Catholics think that the divorce rules are a bit, what should I say, A little antiquated.
Prehistoric, you mean?
Well, we haven't sorted out all the details yet.
Oh, but I'm sure you wouldn't let a little thing like detail stand in your way.
Well, we've met a couple of sympathetic priests, and they're very understanding.
Like that sympathetic bishop who had that fancy piece tucked away for years.
Ron, I know you're upset, but please don't blaspheme.
Me blaspheme? That's rich coming from you.
So have you set a date yet?
No, not yet. We're taking everything one step at a time. And I'm taking care of everything for Deborah.
Yeah, but you know, talk about a leopard changing his spots.
Oh, all right, Dad. Me and our Michael were hoping for a nice family get-together, not some shouting match. I'm dead surprised, Mum, but if it's what you want, then good luck to you.
Yeah. Cheers, Mum.
And why don't you call him Dad? And have done with it?
Well, here's to us all, eh?
Dad.
Cheers.
It's a big deal committing your whole life to someone else, isn't it?
It's major, yeah? I suppose we're too old and too wise to screw up anything as big as that, aren't we?
I don't know so much about the old, but... So are we saying what I think we're saying?
Well, you tell me.
Well, I think it'd be for the best, don't you?
Well, I suppose we've got a lot of work to do then, haven't we? Letting everyone know.
Yeah.
Oh, and, I suppose you'll be wanting that back.
Oh, no, Val, you keep it.
Oh, I don't want it. Anyway, you never know. You might need it for somebody else one day, eh?
So we can still be mates, can't we?
Yeah, of course we can.
I mean, I don't want to actually lose contact.
Mates then, yeah?
Mates.
I hope that's the last delay, because I want that place open and trading by the new year.
And me. I'm the one looking at penalty clauses in the contract, remember?
Can't we just get them to push and offer them a Christmas bonus or something?
I'm on the case, Terry. Rest assured.
All right, I'll see you later.
Oh, yeah. What's up, love? I wasn't gone that long, was I?
The police aren't going to prosecute Nat and Georgia.
You were?
I've just been up to the flat, Dad. I can't believe it.
What do you have to do to get some justice in this country?
They're not even going to court. They're going to get away with it.
Not while I've got a breath in my body.
Well, what can you do?
Don't you worry, love. I'm going to make sure that Simpson lot regret the day they ever clapped eyes on J.C. Bradley.
You can come in, you know. I won't bite.
Oh, fine, are you? Saw that sign?
Yeah, I wanted to come over to talk to you about it, but, he didn't exactly give the impression he wanted me in his house.
Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
Yeah. Can't stay around here anymore. Not now.
So where are you going to go?
Dunno yet. Not too far before our Jimmy's buried, but after that.
Have you heard any news?
No. I rang the coroner's office, but they won't let him go. Not yet. Not till the investigation's finished.
Please God, make it so.
It could be some time, they said. Your boyfriend's waiting for you.
He's not my boyfriend. He's my friend.
Yeah, well, whatever you want to call him.
Jimmy, I'm sorry. Ron and me, you know.
Jackie. Our lad's dead. That's all I can think of at the moment. I don't want to know about you and Ron. I know I failed our Jimmy. And I should do everyone a favour and blow me brains out. But I'm not going to do that. Because of what it would do to little Carly and our Lindsay.
So what are you going to do?
Maybe something down at the drop-in centre, who knows, eh? I'm finished with my old life, Jack. It's all over. When I was standing in that morgue, holding my son's hand, I'm going to pay my dues. I'm going to give something back for the change.
Let me know when you're leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
Special delivery from Santa's grotto, I believe.
Oh, right.
Am I still invited for tea?
Of course you are, Julia. He's made up. You're cooking as well, aren't you, Dad?
Right, come on then, Jack. I'm going to need a fitting for this. I'll have to take you inside the leg. Oh, listen, Terry's a man of property. He might know of somewhere for you to hang your hat, Dave. Come on.
What's you going on about?
Well, the thing is that I'm no longer welcome at Max and Susanna's, and I've been trying to find some lodgings locally and not had much luck. You wouldn't have a modest hotel, would you?
Hey, never mind the hotel. You can doss on my couch if you're that desperate.
Really?
Yeah, of course you can. Oh, look, come on, Bing. You looked after me, didn't you, when I was having my breakdown? And, well, they give me a chance to pay you back in some way.
Oh, that's marvellous. I don't know what to say.
Come on, we can't have you walking the streets.
Oh, you've restored my faith in humanity, old son. The spirit of Christmas isn't dead and buried.
That's only a couch, Bing.
Jack?
Hiya.
Hiya, love. Everything all right?
Yeah. Jimmy's just saying he's selling up and moving away.
Oh. Mind you, suppose it's for the best, eh? Sit down.
Nice meal?
Not at the prices they charge, no.
Dealey's still after a divorce, is she?
Not only that, she's talking about marrying this Tom fella.
What? Well, I thought Catholics couldn't remarry.
Couldn't believe it myself, Jack. After all these years of her digging her heels in when I wanted the divorce, quoting God this, God that, now all of a sudden she meets this guy and it's divorced by breakfast and remarried by tea.
It's really knocked her sideways, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it has, actually. And the funny thing is, though, it's what I've wanted for so long, but now that it's finally happened, I'm all over the place. You must feel the same, eh, with Jimmy deciding to get off?
Yeah, well, just makes it seem so final, summer.
Still. Suppose it clears the way for us, eh? At least I've got you, Jack. To hold me hand. Help me through.
Of course, I mean.
I've given up everything for you, you know. I don't care about anyone else. Oh, Jackie, love. This is all I ever wanted.
Well, thanks for the shopping, Dad.
Yeah, well, it's probably as well that you two stay out of the public eye for as long as possible till all this dies down. But hopefully, now that you're not being prosecuted, well, things can get back to some sort of normality. You could, come back home if you wanted to. Oh, no. JC.
That's them. Get as many of them as you can. That'll wipe the smile off the dirty faces.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, just getting a few snaps of the happy couple.
Come inside, Dad.
You've got no right to take our picture without our consent.
You try stopping me.
Look, what do you want a picture for? We're not being taken to court now.
So I heard. But if the police won't make an example of you, then I'll have to do it myself.
What?
You wait till the story's all over the papers. And the mugshots. Then you'll know.
You wouldn't do that to your own daughter.
Like you ever cared about my daughter's feelings. I'm going to ruin your lives the way you ruined theirs. You won't know what's hit you.
Ron, I'm so sorry.
It's all right, love. I just thought that you felt it was the right time and all.
For the first time in a long time, I feel really cared for and really wanted. But...
Listen, sweetheart. I know how difficult it is, you know, Jack. You're still married and you feel as though you're being unfaithful. We're old-fashioned, aren't we, eh? The old school. We believe that marriage should be forever and all that. But, you see, even though I love Bev, and I didn't want Dee Dee anymore, I still felt guilty about it. So I know what you're going through, love. Look, don't worry. You'll get over them. Just give yourself a little time.
That's just it, though. I don't think I ever will. Jimmy's been my whole life. I can't just switch off after nearly 25 years. It's inside me, right here. And now our little Jimmy's gone. We're both going to suffer that for a long time. It's just one more thing to sum us up. Can't you see? The pain of all this drove us apart, but it's what'll always keep us together. There's no way round it.
Jackie, love, everything will be all right, love. Believe me, it will. I'm here to help you. It'll be fine, Jack. You'll see.
Next tonight, the comedy begins with 4's urban miss Caroline in the city, and Everon ITV in the wild.
A Wild West theme, eh?
Yep. Looks like you'll have to get yourself one of them 10-gallon hats there, partner.
No, you will, to hide that sad haircut.
You're the ticket for Val, is it?
Well, yeah, if she fancies it, you know. Might take a little bit of time getting used to being, you know, just mates.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Will you leave me alone? Will you stop it, please? Please just go away.
What's all that about? Papers must be onto them, mate.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me, mate. It was bound to happen, though, wasn't it? I mean, the way them kids have been flaunting themselves everywhere. I'll tell you now, mate. Them Simpsons deserve everything they get.
Well, I'll see you later, mate.
Yeah, see you.
What's this doing in here?
A Prezi in the bread bin. Do you think someone's got Alzheimer's?
That's my dad's right, mate. It's for you.
Well, for me?
Yeah, it's love from Ron.
So you found it then?
What are you doing? Leave me presents in the bread bin.
Yeah, well, it was meant to be a surprise, but trust our Michael.
You're dead romantic.
Oh, go on then, open it.
Well, it's not Christmas yet, is it? I'll put it under the Christmas tree with the others, eh?
Open it now, will you?
I'll get it. Chocolates. Thanks very much.
You'll be wearing the balaclava and jumping out of helicopters next.
You shouldn't have, Ron.
Why not?
Oh, they're for you. Wait. To Jackie, all my love. What have you got me these for?
Well, I just thought they might cheer you up a bit.
Right, I'm gonna get going now. Is there anything you want me to tell me Dad? I'm gonna call in on him.
No, I don't think so, love.
I'll go upstairs and have a look at me bucket.
You've embarrassed them now.
So what? It's my house, isn't it?
Morning.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, love. Look at that. Hardly been here a year. It's full of rubbish already. Can I have a quick look through? See if I've thrown out any valuable antiques.
Look, Dad, can't you just try and wait a bit before you sell this place?
I'm sorry, love, now. Look, I can't hang around watching your mother playing happy families over there with someone else. You know I can't.
But what if my mum decided to come back to you?
Well, she said something.
No, but...
Oh, well. So it's wrong for keeps.
Look, Dad, it isn't like that. It's not like she's chosen either you or Ron.
That's where you're wrong, love. Because she has chosen Ron. And I can't say I blame her. Probably made the right decision, leaving me.
Look, I don't think my mum knows what she wants at the moment. But you should be trying to get her to come back home. You should be fighting for her.
No, Linz. We're way past all that. Just let your mum get on with things without me hanging round, eh? She'll never look back.
Hi, sir.
All right, mate. Can you handle some sugar?
You what? You got a shop for the trading post, haven't you?
Yeah, but she's in there, isn't she? And Ron Dicko's getting none of my business while that Belle Simpson's working for him.
Come on, son. You can't be blaming the parents for what the kids are getting up to, you know.
Well, if you can't blame the parents, then who can you blame? I mean, I was brought up in the kids' home, remember? I know about abuse. And what about Trevor Jordash, eh? Incest, abuse, parents and the kids, it's all linked. And if you want to know why them Simpson kids are doing what they're doing, then have a look at the parents. Because someone's put the idea in their head.
Hi.
Hiya.
I just called in to pay for the tickets for the PTA dance tomorrow night. 20, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Thanks.
Oh, and just to let you know, I'll be driving the boys down to the snow zone tonight.
Oh, nice one.
I'll get Dan to come over and call for Leah when we're ready. OK, see you later.
See ya.
You're letting your Leo go with their Danny, and you're letting him drive.
Come on, son. There's going to be other lads there. It's just an end-of-term Christmas night out. And like I said, it's not to do with Danny or his parents.
Yeah, you haven't seen what I've seen in life, all that going on. I mean, you can't say that it doesn't have an effect on everyone and everything.
Yeah? Well, how come it hasn't affected you, then? All the things you reckon you've seen. I mean, you're no pervert, are you?
Hey, hang on. I was one of the lucky ones. Your Leo might not be.
Hi.
I should have done this ages ago. I was just too terrified of coming out.
Or is he still here?
I don't think so.
Hey, Sin.
Bigoted little. But do you want me to stay for a while?
No, I'll be fine.
Have you had one of your tablets?
Yes, I have, actually. Look, shouldn't you be at the school organising the Christmas fair?
Yeah, I had to pay Mick Johnson for those PTA dance tickets. It's a Wild West theme, apparently. Do you think we can rustle up something to wear?
Look, if you think I'm dressing up in some stupid costume and dancing the hoedown when the family's about to be exposed by the newspapers, forget it.
We're expected to be there. I'm a parent governor. Anyway, it'll do us good. A few drinks, good night out.
Oh, yeah, with half the neighbourhood staring at us. Look, you go if you have to, but I'm not coming with you, forget it.
Listen, you can have first refusal. Reduced rates. Come on, you know it's a sound house.
I've told you, Jimmy, too many bad memories. I wouldn't want to live there if it was the last house in Liverpool.
But it would be ideal for you and Val, wouldn't it, hey?
Well, me and Val aren't looking for a house anymore. The wedding's off.
Oh, right. Well, look, come on, you can't live with Mick forevermore, can you?
What's the rush, anyway? No, why are you so keen to move out?
Well, I just want to get rid of it. Come on, I thought you would have jumped at the chance.
You want to find a buyer who doesn't know anything about the place. Then you better decorate that extension, because the police made a right mess of it.
But all Jimmy's stuff still in there?
No, Sinbad's right. I don't want, like, some sort of shrine. I'm going to get it decorated this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was another house up for sale around there soon.
I don't be saying that. Theirs is better than ours. It'll probably sell first. Flash conservatory on the back.
Yeah, but the papers are already onto him and his pervert kids, aren't they? I mean, who'd want to live in a place where all that went on, eh?
Do you like them?
Oh, they're lovely, thanks. But you shouldn't be spending all this money on me.
Hey, you're worth every penny, love.
Oh, well, there's no need.
But I want to. Now, come on, tell me. What do you want for Christmas?
I don't want anything for Christmas. You bought me enough presents already.
Jackie, don't be soft. Now, come on, tell me. I want to get you something really nice.
Ron, that's enough. I'm going to get dressed.
I know. Why don't we go away for the weekend?
Ron.
I'll treat you. Oh, jewellery, eh? You like jewellery, don't you?
There's no need for all this.
Jackie, I just want to buy you a real treat, love. How about something for the house?
I'm only staying here, Ron. It's not my house.
It's our house.
Look, Ron, you've been really good to me, and I'm dead grateful to you. But I told you, I can't have you pushing me. I'm gonna get dressed.
Wrong room.
What?
Come in here.
What are they doing here?
I know what you're thinking, love, and I'm not pushing for me and you to, well, you know, do anything.
No.
But I want to sleep with you, Jackie. I want to cuddle up to you like we did in Southport.
Yeah, but it isn't right, is it? How can I sleep here with you, with our Lindsay and Mike and Kylie next door?
But why should we sleep in separate rooms when we love each other? I do love you, Jackie, you know that. I want to be with you. And I thought you felt the same way. You do, don't you?
Well, yeah, but love, I don't think it's gone that far for me.
I wish he'd tidy up after himself.
I'd be happy if he just stopped snoring. He was rattling the windows last night.
Do you know what time he got up this morning? Flaming 6:30.
That figures.
I'm beginning to wish I never asked him to stay.
Oh, you changed your tune. Thought you owed him one for taking you in when you were ill.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's only been here one night and he's taken over the place already.
Morning. Up at last, eh? Oh, Jack. Sorry I missed you last night. I wanted to bring you up to date with the Henry Fraser case.
What about it?
Well, I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I went down to the Red Lion. You know, the pub where Fraser was last seen alive, and had a chat with some of the regulars. A couple of them actually remembered him. And one of them claimed that he was there the night poor Fraser disappeared.
Oh, yeah? I suppose he had a theory on who might have done it.
No, but he said if I go back there, he should be able to introduce me to someone who knew Fraser quite well.
Oh, I suppose I'd tell you anything so long as you keep on buying him drinks. You going to take him up in it?
Absolutely. You know, I'm beginning to think I might have quite a nose for this detective work. At this rate, I might even be able to solve the crime before the police do.
Thanks.
Hey, I see you've shifted them posh Christmas puds, eh?
Professional buyer's touch.
Ah, now then, there's something you can help me with there.
What, me?
Yeah, I need some advice on Christmas presents. I want to get something really nice for my Jackie.
What, your daughter?
No, Jackie Corkill. I was thinking about getting her a microwave.
Microwave? It's not very romantic, is it? What about some jewellery?
Nah, I suggested that. She didn't seem too keen. What about a dishwasher? That's it, yeah. Then she wouldn't have to bother the sinks full of hot water, would she?
But, you know, a dishwasher, it's not just for her, is it? What about a favourite perfume?
No. I want to get her something different, something she'll remember.
Have you seen this?
Oh, not your size by the look of it, Ollie, son. I think you need a fuller figure to play Father Christmas.
Exactly. You know, when I said I'd help out at the Christmas fair, I didn't expect Dick Thornton to pencil me in as Santa Claus in the first year's grotto.
You?
Well, can you believe it? I'm going to be a laughing stock. I mean, look at the size of it.
Hey, I hope your cowboy outfit for the PTA dance is going to fit you better than that.
Why is everyone obsessed with dressing up? It's embarrassing.
Well, are you sure you should be doing this? Couldn't someone else do it?
Apparently not.
Hey, you could always do a guest appearance at the Weight Watchers Christmas party, couldn't you?
You sure no one will remember you in the Red Lion?
I hardly ever went in there. It was Harry's local, not mine.
But what if someone mentions your name to Detective Inspector Crosby?
I was only in there for a few minutes. Nobody's going to remember that.
It's bad enough him taking over the flat. Now we've got him using it as an incident room for a murder investigation.
Jack, I've just seen this in the paper. It's about Stella's brother. It's the funeral notice. Henry Fraser's being buried at St. Peter's on Friday.
Oh, well, great. Maybe that'll put an end to it all.
No, far from it. This could be just the breakthrough I've been waiting for.
How do you mean?
Well, any detective worth his salt will tell you that murderers often feel compelled to attend the funerals of their victims. It's like revisiting the scene of the crime. That's why you always have a couple of plainclothes officers mingling among the mourners and observing.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine any murderer turning up after all this time. If he had any sense, he'd have cleared off years ago.
Oh, you never know. There's been an awful lot of publicity. Anyway, Jack, I think you and I ought to attend as a gesture to Stella and nothing else.
Oh, that's ridiculous. You hardly know the woman.
No. I think you're right, David. Well, she said he'd hardly any family left, and we are sort of involved, aren't we?
Oh, that's splendid. I'll arrange for some suitable flowers to be sent on our behalf. A wreath, probably. Right. I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you, Bing. Are you mad? You heard what he said? The coppers could be there at the funeral.
I'll take me chance.
Why don't you just leave her alone? I mean, I wouldn't put it past Bing if he started accusing you because you were the only one of the right age there. And what about if the regulars from the Red Lion show up?
Look, lad, 30 years ago, I accidentally killed a man in a fight over your mother. Now, you can't just shrug your shoulders and say, oh dear, and forget all about it, you know.
Yeah, but what if someone clocks you? What if someone susses what went on?
Teddy, son, I did a terrible thing to that man. I took his life. But the least I can do is pay my respects and see that he's laid to rest. If somebody points their finger and I get sussed, so be it. It's no more than I deserve.
Want me to make you a butty?
No, thanks, love. I want to get in there sorted out. Listen, do you think you and Mike can give me an hand stripping off the wallpaper? Doing a bit of redecorating?
I would, but I don't think I even want to go in there again. Not after, you know.
Well, there's no sign of anything, love. Just needs redecorating.
But Dad, it's horrible. I mean, just the thought of our little Jimmy getting killed in there is... I'm sorry.
No, you're all right, love. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
Do you want me to ask Mike?
What do you think he'll give us an hand? I mean, I'll sort him out with a few bob.
Oh, I'll see what he says,
Right.
Not much to show for 22 years, is it?
Not a lot, no. Suppose I better get rid of it all, eh? Give it to Oxford or something.
You can't? Well, my mum hasn't had to look through his things yet. What if she wants to keep something?
Do you think she'll get upset? Seeing it all like that?
I don't know, but she'll have to decide that for herself. Anyway, she can pass it back if she doesn't want it.
Not that, love. There's a lot of stuff in there I wouldn't want your mum to see. Well, not yet, anyway.
Suppose you're right.
So has she been upset much, your mum?
She just tries to hide it, though.
And, how are her and Ron getting on?
Why don't you ask her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why not? Dad, I can't understand why you're not doing everything you can to try and get her back.
It's too late for that, love.
How'd you know if you can't even be bothered talking to her?
We've both made our decisions, love. Your mum's left me. And I've just got to get used to it. Go and get started on that decorating, eh?
Well, come on out then. Let's have a look at you.
I feel absolutely ridiculous.
You've got 15 minutes before you meet your elves and your fairies.
I feel like a complete idiot. I mean, look at that.
Well, I could pad it out a bit for you.
I haven't got time.
Well, perhaps I should take up the jacket and the trousers and some safety pins.
Well, what's the point? I'd still look absurd. Now, if Thornton wants Santa Claus, he's just got to take me as he finds me. Right, that's it. Hey, you! Stop! Oh. Come back here, you. I'm not having this. Right, I'll take that.
What's all that about?
Oh, he's working for J.C. Bradley, the builder.
Hey, Ollie, you want to be careful there, mate. You'll be getting a bill for busting that.
Yeah, you can tell J.C. Bradley you've retired.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I am now.
Not much goodwill to all men there, eh, Santa?
It's all they deserve.
Well, I suppose it was bound to happen, no?
Look, we feel just as disgusted by what Nat and George have been doing as everyone else.
Come on, Bella. I think you better go back inside the shop.
No, I want people to know that what Nat and George have been doing is not our fault. I want to be able to come to work without photographers barging into the shop and taking my photograph.
What, he came in the shop?
Yeah, he just charged in.
Oh, sorry, love, I'm not having that. No, you could have cost us no end of customers there. Hey, if anything like this happens again, I'm going to have to let you go.
You're right.
My dad asked me to see if you fancy giving him a hand, decorating the extension. Said he'd be able to pay you a bit.
Great, yeah. This is doing me head in. Have you seen what Ollie Simpson's written here?
You're only on the first page.
I can't get my head around it.
It is a bit flowery, Mike. Maybe he's right, maybe you should make this start just a bit more personal. Yeah, this is it. People want to know how you felt.
It took me a week to write that in, so I thought I had it spot on.
If he says it's not right...
But what does he know about it, eh? He waltzes around as though he's some Booker Prize judge. All he does is work in a snotty little bookshop. He doesn't know what it's like to be locked up in Thailand.
Well, if that's how you feel about it, why not just send it in the way it is and spend your time getting a proper job?
Because I want it published, that's why. I want people to read our story.
This bit here. You're describing the judges at the first court hearing. You haven't even mentioned about us shouting to each other on the way in. I remember those guards pulling us apart. I was terrified. I thought they were going to kill you.
What you know about it, eh? Since when were you some Beryl Bainbridge?
Who?
You don't know what you're talking about. Look, I did a creative writing course at uni. What have you done? You've just worked in factories and a pizza shop.
All right, Mike, but I know what I want to read.
And I know what I want to write.
But you're not telling it like it was. Oh, look, it's all so airy-fairy. Yeah, this bit here, where you're describing the ride from the airport to the prison. We were both in tears, not just me.
That's crap.
No, it's not. Don't tell me you didn't put it in because you're ashamed to say you cried. Mike, if you want to write, you've just got to tell the truth.
You're as bad as that Pratt Simpson.
Just because we're saying you're not some sort of genius. Do you want me to lie to you?
There isn't enough room to swing a cat round in here. I mean, look at all this junk he's brought.
Hello, chaps. Any chance of a hand putting this up inside?
What is it?
It's one do-it-yourself, flat pack, single bed.
You what?
I thought it might make things a bit tidier in here if I moved into Jack's room. What do you say?
Well...
I'm sorry, Bing, but no.
Well, at least let Jack answer for himself, old son.
I'm not being funny, Bing, but... Well, it's just, it's all this stuff. I know I said you could come and stay for a bit, but I meant only a couple of nights. I didn't know you were going to bring all this stuff with you.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry, Bing, but you're going to have to find somewhere else. I'll give you until the end of the week.
But it'll be Christmas, Terry, the season of goodwill and all that. You wouldn't want me out on the street then, would you?
That is a bit harsh, son.
I know it's Christmas. I can't cope. We live totally different lifestyles. I mean, I come in, I can't even watch the TV in peace because you're asleep on the couch, and then of a morning you're up with the lark while I'm trying to get my head down.
If that's a problem, I'm sure I can adjust my routine to suit you.
I'm sorry, Bing, no. You'll have to leave. You've got until Friday.
There's no point in saying any more, Lindsay. Your dad wouldn't even want me back now as I've been staying here with Ron.
But you don't know that, Mum.
I do, love.
Look, I walked out on your dad when he needed me.
You were upset, though. It doesn't matter if I was upset or happy.
Look, me and your dad, we shared something very... Well, it was very precious. And I've lost it. No, Mum, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Linz, I burnt me bridges. It's finished.
But you went to Ron on the rebound. Like you said, you were upset, confused. You don't love him, do you?
No.
Then you've got to get out of here. Now. Try again with me, Dad.
It's not that simple, though, is it, Linz?
It is. You've left me, Dad, before in the past, and you've always gone back. That just proves you're meant to be together.
Lindsay, you left Gary to go to Australia with Mike after being married for how long? 5 years. Well, I put up with your dad for 20-odd years. With his thieving and his lying and his drugs, even murder. No, we're not meant to be together because no one deserves to put up with all that.
poisons everything. Even his own son. Well, what have I done to deserve that, eh? And you want me to go back for more, do you? Yeah. Well, the answer's no, Lindsay. No. That's enough. There's no going back now.
Next tonight, with pilot error responsible for 2 out of every 3 air accidents, is removing the human factor the way forward? The final black box is after the break.
All right.
Julie, Jack!
Oh, afternoon, Julia.
Is that your outfit for tonight?
Tonight?
The parent-teachers dance at the school. You know, Mick Johnson's running it. Oh, you've got to go. It's Wild West fancy dress. You look very fetching in a cowboy outfit. I always thought you had a look of Randolph Scott about you.
I think I'll give that one a miss, thanks, Julia.
You'll do no such thing. If you're staying around here, then you've got to do your bit to help the community. And besides, I've already bought the ticket.
Oh, I'll sort that out for you. How much do I owe you?
Oh, don't be daft. You can pay me back by just coming to the dance tonight and cutting a rug. So, do you fancy it or what?
All right, go ahead then. Hey, tell you what, I'll get our Terry to come along and all, seeing as it's all in a good cause.
Oh, I'll save a place for you on my dance card. Will you look at the nerve of that one? Like butter, it wouldn't melt.
Do you mind?
Looks like the press have got hold of it then.
Oh, they will have soon enough. Don't you worry about that. Won't be long, Sal.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I'll catch you later, eh?
It can't be easy for him watching them Simpsons kids swanning around after all they put his daughter through. So, I'll see you later, eh, love? And don't forget to bring your dancing boots.
See you, love.
Aye, aye. Got a hot date with Julia then, eh?
So are you as it goes.
What?
Yeah, Mick Johnson was selling tickets for the dancing aid at the school, so I said we'd both go.
Oh, how can I go? I've got things to do at the club, haven't I?
Go away, you're the boss, aren't you? You can take a night off. Besides, you used to love dressing up as a cowboy when you were little.
Yeah, well, all right then. Hey, what's the suit for?
I've just had it clean for Friday.
Oh, you're not still thinking of going to the funeral, are you?
I've told you, lad, I've got to. I've been carrying this around with me for too long.
Yeah, well, suppose the busies are there, hoping someone with a guilty conscience shows up.
That's a risk I've got to take. I can't not go. Not after all these years.
Dad, I still think you're making a big mistake.
Hi, love. How much longer is she going to be?
I'm here now. What do you want?
I just wanted a quick word about something.
Well, you'll have to make it quick. I'm just about to cash up.
Yeah, look, I was thinking, since as you were so keen, you know, on buying number 9 when the bank's left, well, I was wondering if you might be interested in buying ours.
What? I don't think so.
No, I'd do it at a knockdown price for you.
Well, you'd have to after the things that have gone on in that place.
Look, I'd do you a good deal on it.
Look, the last thing I want is any kind of deal off you. And I'm definitely uninterested in being the next owner of the House of Horrors, so if you don't mind.
Right. Well, thanks for your time. Hi. Your mother rang me from the shop. She said that Georgia was being hassled by that photographer.
Yeah.
scene came off yesterday, and obviously wasn't enough. Where's Georgia?
She's on there. Look, Dad, go easy on her, right? She's been edgy in the last couple of days.
Are you okay?
Does it matter?
Of course it does. What's happened?
The photographer decided it was my turn today. JC's obviously put him up to it. He stood there the whole time watching, enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah. Well, perhaps you should have thought about the consequences before your little outburst on the close.
But I don't know what he hopes to achieve by taking our pictures to the paper. I mean, they're not interested in us.
Oh, don't be so naive. You've seen the tabloids. It's not just celebrities they're after. It's any kind of smutty story.
This is not a smutty story.
Well, what would you call it then? As far as the tabloids are concerned, you're just another story to fill a page next to the bonking bishops and the pop stars taking a swing at each other.
Look, we don't even know it's going to get in the papers yet.
I don't think J.C. Bradley wants these pictures for his family album.
It's all so unfair.
You've got no reason whatsoever to feel sorry for yourselves. It's your mother you should be worrying about, and the effect all this is having on her.
I can't listen to any more of this. I need to go and lie down.
Just a moment. From now on, I don't want you out in public together, okay? I don't want either of you to give this photographer any opportunity of taking any incriminating pictures. Do you understand?
Look, JC, I hope there aren't going to be any more delays. I'm losing money hand over fist along with this opening's put back.
We're going as fast as we can. I don't think even I can be blamed for what happened.
No, all right, I suppose not.
Now then, babe. Hey, you two, pack it in.
Hey, you. Never mind, might be behind. You want to keep an eye on your own. It's hanging out your kecks there. And I don't know what you're laughing at. No one's going to be hanging out the windows to watch you take your shirt off. Stays off you.
You tell them, love. Yeah, lads. You'll be seeing this one in the papers pretty soon. Well, I doubt she'll get her kit off, though. She only does that for her immediate family. Mind you, I reckon that if she's kinky enough to carry on with her own brother, she might be up for anything. See you in the morning, lads.
See you, mate.
Excuse me. Will you stop harassing my family?
What, let them get away with what they've done to my family?
Look, none of this is any of your business.
Oh, isn't it now? And what about my poor, heartbroken little girl? She tried to take her own life because of your perverted son and daughter.
Oh, so you resort to humiliating Georgia with the help of your workmen, do you? Look, can't you do anything about this? They are on your property.
Hey, leave me out of this, will you, fellas?
I just want everyone to know what your sick family gets up to.
Oh, that's your revenge, is it? Tipping off the newspapers?
Surely you don't expect me to just sit around and do nothing. Especially after the way that son of yours treated our Jules.
And how will Jules cope when she's being chased and harassed by newspapers? Because that's what's going to happen.
Oh, listen here, you. It's your perverted son and daughter that the papers are going to be interested in, not our Jules. She's the innocent party in all this.
Hey, now, come on, lads, let's calm down, eh?
Oh, they'll be drooling over stories like jilted bride attempts suicide.
Hey, now, come on, Ollie, just do it!
Right! My family's suffered enough because of yous. All right. You can let those kids of yours know I've got plenty of pictures of them. I'll call the photographer off, but that doesn't mean they're off the hook. I can go to the papers any time. And if I do, it'll be with the full story.
Come on, JC.
No. Got a surprise for you. Close your eyes.
What?
Come on, close your eyes. All right, tight now. Keep them closed.
Why?
Never mind that. You just keep your eyes closed, OK?
Ron.
Now. No peeking. No peeking. All right, you can look now.
Oh, yeah.
For the dance tonight. What do you think?
I'm not sure I'm up to it, Ron. I'm quite tired.
Ah, you might be a bit tired now, love, but once you've had a couple of Bacardi and Cokes, eh?
It's not just because I'm tired. It's the thought of going out so soon, you know, after our little Jimmy.
Look, love, I know how you feel, but you can't lock yourself away forever, can you?
I don't think it's fair on Jimmy either. How must it look, eh? Him over there, mourning our son's death on his own, and I'm out gallivanting with you.
No one's going to begrudge you a little bit of happiness after all you've had to put up with over the years. And no one deserves a good night out more than you. So, you start making yourself beautiful, and I'll start making you something to eat. Got you a couple of nice chops.
Made you coffee.
Thanks.
You okay?
Yep.
Yeah? You don't seem it.
No, I'm fine, honestly.
Look, George, I know things have been mad lately, all right? It's been hard for both of us. But if we're going to get through this, we can't start keeping things from each other.
Look, Nat, I'm fine, okay? I just need some time on my own to think things through, that's all.
We can't become prisoners in here. We've got to get out, George. Face up to people.
What, like just now? So he can be persecuted by J.C. Bradley and his sidekicks.
Yeah, but we're acting like we're guilty or something.
We are guilty.
George, you know what I mean. We've got to get out there and show people we don't care what they think. That we're not some sort of freak show.
And how do we do that?
All right, we start by going to this dance tonight.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We've got to start acting normally.
Going to Dan's school dance is not acting normally. Normally, we wouldn't go anywhere near it.
Yeah, I know, but it's a good chance to show people that we're just an ordinary couple. The same as everyone else.
Oh, yeah, just like anyone else. And I'm sure Dad will be delighted to see us as his Parents' Association do, especially after what he said earlier.
Look, who cares, all right? Are we going to stay in here and creep around like terrified mice, or are we going to get out there and stick two fingers up at a lot of them?
Nat, I think we've done that pretty effectively, don't you? Why don't you just leave me alone?
It's great, isn't it? Hey, is your wife coming? Because I can see this line dancer being just their thing.
No, she wanted to, but she's got a previous engagement. We'll have to start selling raffle tickets soon, won't we?
Hey, it's all taken care of. I think we should try and raise some money with the mistletoe, you know. We'll charge people for kisses or something.
Oh, you know, I'm not sure. I think it all sounds a bit tacky. If we're not careful, it could be construed as sexual harassment.
All right, you.
Hey, Gabby.
Yeah. Hey, very fetching. You look like that Lee Van Cleef.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you deserve shooting.
You look, interesting.
So, what's with the wellies?
Well, I couldn't get a proper pair of Cowie boots, so I had to make do with these, you know. Hey, he's a good turnout, though, isn't he? Should make a few bob.
We'd make even more if we charged for kisses under the mistletoe.
Oh, wait, Zeffo. Hey, give us the mistletoe and a bucket and leave the rest to me. I don't know how he dares show his face in public after what his kids have been up to.
Not tonight, eh, Sin? So didn't you get Val to come then, no?
No, she came up with an excuse, you know. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to be seeing much of her, mate. So it looks like you're going to be my date for tonight.
Hey, I might be spoken for.
Aye.
Well, I'm hoping that Elaine might turn up, you know what I mean?
I think that's not fair. I'm going to be the only one without a duty for Christmas.
I think you've had your quota of women for this year, don't you?
Yeah, true. So you, fancy this Elaine one then, or what?
Well, you know.
Yeah. Well, listen, mate, I'm telling you now. She's got no chance if you get your lasso out.
What the blazes is going on?
All right, Bing, I didn't know they had penguins in the Wild West.
Nobody told me it was fancy dress. I'm going to look rather foolish, aren't I?
Hang on, yeah. Yeah, Bing, take this, mate. See that? Go around doing that all night and everyone will think you're a rustler.
Right, come on, love, taxi's here. Yeah, I'll get it.
There's us off home with a sausage dinner, 8 cracks, and they're going out. Done up like something from I knew. Should put a warm black. Oh, why'd she have to pick him? What are we going to do without her, cracks, eh? Come on, girl.
Well, look what the cat's dragged in.
The cheek of it, showing the dirty faces at a family event like this.
There's a if everyone's staring at us?
Relax, you're just imagining it.
I'm not. Our friendly window cleaner and the neighbourhood busybody haven't taken their eyes off us since we walked in.
Ignore them. Just remember, we're here to enjoy ourselves, right?
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot.
What are you two doing here?
All right, Dad, nice to see you too. Like the outfit.
I've told you before. What happens if that photographer turns up again?
Don't ask me. I didn't want to come in the first place.
Anyway, looks like everyone has something else to talk about now.
So guilty coming out, especially after seeing Jimmy. Feels as if everyone's looking at us.
Well, if they are, it's because our cozies look so great. Come on.
The 20 pence each, or 5 for a pound.
Another one of these when you're ready.
What? Neither of these two. I feel ashamed for them.
All right, Bing.
Well, I must say you two look the part.
What happened to yours?
A slight breakdown in communication.
Did they have penguins in the Wild West, then?
I think you're very brave coming out so soon after losing your son. Raffle ticket, Ron?
Hey, you're the last at this.
That's better than you waddling around in your willies.
Hey,
All right, Elaine.
Well, hello.
You all right?
Yeah. This is me sister, Cassie.
All right, Cassie.
Well, it's just my half-sister, really. I've heard all about you. Now, you didn't tell me he's the world's worst dancer. Sorry, I mean second wheel. I'll take notice of it.
Well, look, this is my mate Sim, who shares the house with us, you know.
Oh, where did the 40 thieves? Eat them, did he?
That was Alibaba, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Look, can I get you a drink?
You're all right. We'll get our own. Come on, Blaine, and let's get the bar. See?
Don't fancy yours much.
Hey, time for the raffle.
Oh, right. See you in a bit.
Oh, excuse me. All right, Bing. What would they have this?
And one of you come as the lone penguin.
Oh, you too, eh? Very funny, yes. Actually, Jack, I assumed that the suit you had with you this morning was for tonight.
Oh, no. I was just getting it clean for the funeral on Friday.
Oh, well, you're still coming, then?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we should pay our respects, like.
Absolutely.
We have
Yeah.
number 12 on the green. Green 12. Anybody got it?
Oh, I don't believe it. I've never won anything since I won 2 cans of corned beef at the WRBS in 1948.
Hey, I bet you pulled that ticket out of the ones you hadn't sold.
I don't want to stay here long, you know, Rob.
Oh, come on, love. We haven't had a dance yet. I want to show you off on the dance floor. And anyway, I reckon that we've got a good chance of winning the best costume prize and all.
Oh, we'll just pick the next number for us, will you, please, Junior? Here you go, Anna.
Oh, where are
Dig deep, love.
Oh, God. Oh, here we... Oh, another green ticket. They are number 20 on the green. So Mama stab it. Number 20 on the green.
Julia, I've got it.
Flaming hell. Everyone's going to win apart from us.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Crosby.
I can't stand any more of this. Surely you've made up point by now.
Oh, Dave, you look like one of them film actors coming up with those BAFTA awards.
Here we are, David. That should keep you going. Good. Great. Look at the size of this thing.
Here you go, Julia.
Thanks very much.
All right, darling.
There you go.
Hey, Dad. Perhaps Bing can't stay with us after all. I mean, we won't have to buy a turkey then, will we?
Hey, speech! Come on, Bing! Bing! You've still got to thank Julia for selling you the ticket and then drawing it out.
Ron, shut up. You're making a show of us.
Only joking, love.
And now for our star prize of the evening. A romantic dinner for 2 at Grant's Restaurant.
On the blue ticket, number 69. 69 on the blue.
Hey, his father organised this.
Blimey, they certainly believe in keeping it in the family, that lot, don't they?
Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Quickly pick another number.
You can't do that.
Just do it.
So what do you think, then? You're dashing pizza man? Yeah. It was only the other week you were calling in for everything. I wasn't. Yes, you were. You said you didn't like him. I did not. Anyway, I didn't know him properly then. Oh, and now you do. You've gone all soft on him. I haven't. You couldn't look any keener if you covered yourself in tomato sauce and mozzarella.
Don't talk wet.
Hi, mate. Hey, you should have won that meal for two, you know, you and Elaine.
Yeah, I know.
So, do you fancy her then, or what?
But if you had a bit of privacy, listen, can't you take care of the sister?
Oh, you're joking, aren't you? I'm petrified of it. She's got some tongue on her, you know.
Yeah. All right, yes. Hey, listen, Elaine, fancy a bit of line dancing?
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Hey, just because you bought us a drink doesn't mean to say we're going to dance with you. I'll have to show you two made of yourselves before. Billy Ray Cyrus, Smellies. Come, Ed.
Won't be a minute.
Is Jackie all right? Seems a bit reserved. Well, something to be expected, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I did hope that bringing it here might bring it out of herself, but it's obviously not working.
Oh, it's lost, you see. It's a big burden. I mean, I even miss Max now at the move out. What sort of a Christmas do you think it's going to be for me?
So what are you going to do?
Well, since Terry's told me I've got to move out by tomorrow, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask your Jackie and the girls to vacate the bungalow. I mean, I haven't got the slightest intention of scrabbling around over Christmas trying to find somewhere to stay when I've got a perfectly good home of my own here.
We're not dancing with the likes of these.
Come on, George, show me how it's done.
1, 2,
Well, I'm sorry, Ron. As there's nowhere else for me to stay, I'm going to have to reclaim the bungalow, and that's that.
But you can't just throw them out now. It's Christmas, for God's
It's either
sake.
them or me, and they've got a damn sight better chance of finding somewhere to stay than I have.
Oh, all right, then. You can move in with me until they find somewhere else. But, hey, let me break it to Jackie, OK?
Oh, yes, of course.
You all right, love?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard work, all this line dancing like, isn't it? You're having a go, you two?
Yeah, come on, love, let's have a go.
I don't know what to do.
Now to get anybody else by the look of it. Come on, we'll pick it up.
Come on now, boys and girls. It's £1 a peck, £2 for the snog, and a £5 for the neck. Come on, Jack, make Julia's night. Whoa!
You're a bit short there, aren't you, lover boy? Now you're talking.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh.
Yes, Dad, go for it.
Come here, the best money you'll have spent all night.
All right, mate. Look, this is purely for charity, you know.
Me too.
Hey, whoa, hey, hang on. You'll owe me another salad in a minute.
Listen, do you fancy getting together sometime over Christmas?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, come on, bring your Tanya over on Boxing Day, and that's if you're not doing anything, like.
Well, I haven't got anything planned.
Well, there you go, then.
It's me mum. You know, she needs looking after.
Well, can't you come over too?
I don't know.
Come on, it'll be a nice day out for it.
Well, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Especially if it means I get to see you.
Hey, you want to be careful. It could be you next time. Tell you what, you take the mistletoe, I'll take the bucket. We should be able to get a few bob off someone.
Come on, you two. Want to give us a snog for charity?
I don't need your stupid mistletoe.
Look, sorry to disappoint you. Here's a contribution to your charity.
Sorry, Ron, I want to go home now.
You're all right, love. Let's just see what Ollie Simpson's got to say
just
first.
before we wind things up, I'd like to announce the winners of the fancy dress competition. Now, it was a unanimous decision, and I'm sure that we all agree they both look very impressive. Ron Dixon and Jackie Corkill.
Hey! There we go! Jackie!
Hey, what's the matter with you? What are you so wound up for? Was it a bit of PMT or something?
I wish. It's not PMT. I wish it was.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, come on, Nat, don't be so thick. I'm late coming on.
How late?
Very. Like 2 months. Now do you see why I'm being so foul?
Next tonight, the 8th and final week of one of the toughest tests on television. Richard Littlejohn oversees the last Wanted of the series. After the break.